Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to do this candy corn inspired jello and pudding dessert. So stay tuned and I will show you how. Alright guys, so here are the things you're going to be needing. Some vanilla pudding and some orange jello. Since I'm only making a few here just for the video, I'm going to be using the smaller boxes. So make sure that you read the directions according to the size of your boxes. I'm going to be using yellow and orange food coloring. The yellow is going to be for the vanilla pudding, and the orange is going to be for the jello. I know the jello already comes colored, but I am going to just add a little bit of food coloring to intensify that color. You don't have to, it's optional. I couldn't find any water-based orange, so I'm going to be using the Americolor gel. I will have to add this on to my boiling water when I do my mix here to help dissolve that gel, so you'll see that in just a minute. You'll be needing some bowls, of course, to mix in your ingredients, and a measuring cup. Now here I have a few different plastic cups. You can use whatever cups that you like. I will be using this one because I just like the presentation that this will give. I will be making my whipped cream. I mentioned in another video that I do like making mine because this doesn't last very long. This will help you do everything a lot quicker, but if you are going to use this, I suggest you, after taking these out of the refrigerator before serving them, go ahead and add your whipped cream with this, and then you'll be done very quickly. I do like making my own because this one, when I use the piping gel to stabilize it a little bit, it gives you a really nice swirl, and it'll last for minutes even out of the refrigerator, so I really like using my own whipped cream. Guys, I did forget to mention that you will need a muffin tin or a cupcake tin depending on how big your cups are. I always forget to mention certain things, but anyways, you will be needing a tin to help prop up your cup so you can get that slanted design. If you're not wanting the slant and you just want it straight, you don't need any type of tray. You can just set them in your fridge straight. But since we're going to be using that slanted design, you will be having to prop your cup. And I will be using these foam grippy thingies in there to help hold in my cups because they're kind of tall. And what I like about these is that the bottom comes off, and that will help fit in my cups since they're so kind of top heavy or big from the top. So I will be using these because they do help hold in the cup in there so they don't move around. Also, I am switching to this measuring cup with the spout. It is better to use this to pour in your liquids in your cups. If you don't have one of these, you can use a ladle to pour in your liquid into your cups. That just helps keep your cup clean. Okay, so just go ahead and pour your liquid in slowly. I had enough for 6 of these cups here, and I'm going to go ahead and stick these in the fridge. Alright guys, so I added my 2 cups of cold milk. And again, follow your instructions. I did use the small box, so it is just asking for 2 cups of cold milk. I did add about 6 drops of the yellow food coloring here. I may add just a little bit more. If I was using the gel type, it would probably only take a couple drops because this is very liquid. It's taking a little bit longer, a little bit more. Alright, so the pudding is pretty much done. I will be sticking this in the fridge for 5 minutes or so it can stiffen up a little bit more. It is starting to set because the milk was very chilled, but I do want it to firm up just a little bit more. Then I'm going to transfer it to a plastic lunch bag here, or like a sandwich bag, but you can use a piping bag. I'm going to snip a corner, and that way I can just pipe that into the cups so it'll go in a lot neater instead of spooning it in. Alright guys, so the pudding was taken out of the fridge. Now I'm going to stick it into my bag here so I can pipe them into my cup. As you see here, my jello is now firm, so I can stand them up. I'll put them back onto the base there. If yours doesn't have a detachable base, so you can just go ahead and pick them up and stand them up. I won't be needing this anymore. Once I fill these all up, they can go directly into the fridge. Alright, so I went ahead and filled my bag with the pudding, and I cut a little corner out so I can pipe it in there, as you see there. Try not to make the hole too large, that way you have some control. And these are the easier ones, that are the ones that are flat. Just go ahead and pipe it like that. These here, since they're in the slant, they will hold a lot more. So we're going to make sure that you have enough for all your cups. And just tap them there to make them flatten out a little bit. And now I'm going to go ahead and start with the whipped cream. Alright guys, so I'm starting to mix my whipped cream. I use the cup of heavy whipping cream. And to that, once it gets a little bit thicker, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of the piping gel. Add a little bit of vanilla on there and some powder. So I'm going to turn that off and add my tablespoon of piping gel. So I'm going to continue on until it becomes a little bit thicker, and I'll have some swiss peas. I don't want to blend it too much and then it's going to become watery. So I think that's good enough. Okay, so now I'm going to put that into my bag with my piping tip. I did put in an Ateco 826, but you can use any tip that you like. Okay, so I have here some candy corn and some jimmies and some orange and yellow. I wasn't going to use these at the beginning because I didn't want to overdo it, but I ended up using them after all, just to give it some color at the top. So again, Ateco, what is this, 826. And what I like to do is I like to put a little dollop there in the center, and then I go around and then swirl the top like so. And then just go ahead and pick your candy corn and pick another one. This one's broken from the top. I'm sorry, I'm just a little picky. And then you can leave them like that, but I think it needs a little bit of color on top. So I'm just going to put some jimmies here. It makes them look a little bit more colorful. And that is all, guys. So as you see here, there is the straight one and the slanted one. That's how you get your slanted design on your Jello. And you can't do that on the pudding because the pudding doesn't firm up like the Jello. So you have to do the Jello first always. So that's what it looks like all around. So I really hope you like this idea, guys. I hope you give these delicious treats a try. Don't forget to make your homemade whipped cream at home and adding the piping gel so you can have a really nice swirl to the whipped cream. If you use the can, it is not going to hold, and the swirl is not going to be very nice. It's going to be pretty sloppy. So I highly suggest making your whipped cream at home. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Like up the video if you enjoyed this video. And I will talk to you soon. Stay tuned for more. I will be posting more Halloween treats. Alright guys, talk to you soon. Have a good one.